Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Rolando, but most people know me by Roblens. And in today's video, I'm gonna teach you all how to do a mid drop fade. Let's get it. So this is how my client came in. So this is the before. Every time I start with any hair, I like prepping the hair. Right now, I'm putting hair grippers. After that, we're gonna make sure we brush the hair and see how the hair grows. Like, we want to look at the pattern of the hair growth. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in with the 1.5 guard, and I'm gonna just start debulking everything. And right now, I'm making sure that I don't cut above my hair grippers. Make sure I'm keeping it under so I don't cut too much up the top. So right now, I'm gonna start setting in my ball line with my trimmers. Main reason why I'm doing it with the blade facing down, so we don't create a harsh line. Cause the thing is, we want to make this easier and not harder. And now we're just gonna take every excess hair under the ball line. Always make sure you're keeping your canvas clean. If you work with something clean, it'll be easier to see what you're doing. So next thing we're gonna start doing is we're gonna use a shaver. When you're using the shaver, always make sure to pull the skin up a little bit, just to make the skin tight so it's easier to cut. And always go in circular motions. And every time you're doing this, don't go above the line, and always make sure you're flicking out like I was showing you in the video. Okay, so now we're gonna come in with our clipper open, and we're just gonna follow that same line we did with the ball line. Make sure when you're doing this guideline, you're keeping a finger width all around the haircut. Okay, so now we're gonna come in with our one guard fully open, and then we're gonna do the same process, and we're just gonna follow that guideline going on top. Remember, always keep it a finger length. Okay, so now we're gonna come in with our 1.5 guard, and we're gonna start with the lever close. We're gonna be attacking the line, and as we go up, we're gonna be closing the lever. So now we're gonna come in with our 0.5 guard, and we're gonna start with it halfway open to attack the line. And we're gonna be closing the lever and opening as we need to. So right now, I just closed the lever all the way to finish tracing the line. And don't be stressed or worried about if the line doesn't come out, because we will come back in detail. Don't be afraid to keep going over if it's not going away. Sometimes all you gotta do is just brush it and see how the hair is growing in that spot. So now we're gonna come in with our clipper close with no guard to erase the ball line. As you guys can see, the line isn't erasing all the way, but don't stress too much. I'm gonna show you guys the trick in a bit. Remember, start with the lever closed, and as you go up, start opening up that lever, little by little. So we couldn't get rid of that initial ball line, but right now I'm gonna come in with my trimmer, the same way we did the ball line, and we're just gonna use the corner of the blade and just tap at it. And then we're gonna come back in with the clipper and then erase it with it being closed. So right now I'm gonna come in with my number 1 guard, and I'm gonna detail with it halfway open. So when it comes up to lining up and edging up my client, I like to start with the C cup. So I start in the corner and then make a line in the bottom and then just connect them and make a C. And every time you're lining them up from the corners, make sure you keep it natural. Don't push it back. Now we're going to repeat the same step on the other side. We're going to come in with the 1.5 guard, debulk, make sure you're not cutting on top of the hair, and then we're going to add the hair grippers on. Now we're going to grab our trimmers and start doing the ball line on the other side, and then we're going to just cut down the excess hair under the line. To prevent slicing off your client's ear off, make sure you're folding it down when you're cutting around it. Remember to keep a clean canvas and also to prevent your client from being itchy throughout the whole process. Now we're going to repeat the same process with the shaver that we did on the other side. Remember to do the flick out motion before you get to the line. Now we're going to come in with our clipper open once again and create another guideline. So now we're going to come in with the number 1 guard and once again do the same thing. Now we put on the 1.5 guard and erase the first guideline from the top. Right now I'm adjusting the lever as needed to get rid of the line. And now we're going to use the 0.5 guard and we're going to start with it halfway closed and adjust as needed. Remember to stay patient and to flick out. And now we're going to come in with the number 1 guard halfway open and detail. So my camera died, but we're going to do the same steps to erase the ball line. We're going to start with the lever closed and work our way up. To prep the hairline, we're going to add some hairspray. With the hairline, I like to start from the corner and make my way to the middle and repeat and do the same thing on the other side. Remember to take your time with this because no one wants a crooked or messed up or pushed back hairline. Also, try keeping the hairline natural. So right now, I'm going to start up lining up his eyebrows. I like starting on the side and then brushing the hair up and just cutting the little baby hairs on top of his eyebrows. So we're not making his eyebrows thin or too short. And then I'm going to flip the trimmer over and do the same thing on the bottom. So my client likes slashes on his eyebrows, so we're going to give him 2 real quick. And the key is when you're doing this, make sure you hold the trimmer flat like I'm showing you right now. Because if you hold it down, you're going to patch up his eyebrow. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now to get into the beard, I like brushing the beard down. And I like starting in the back of the beard. So I'll make that line straight. We're just going to cut the top a little bit. Don't really make this line too sharp because when we do it with the razor, we'll make it sharp. So right now, as you guys can see, I'm kind of feeding in the beard a little bit into the hair. So what I like doing is I like holding the trimmer flat, but to a point where it doesn't touch the beard hair. And then I angle it in a little bit and I cut. So it kind of makes a transition where it fades out the hair for you. Now we're going to go back and do the same thing on the other side. Same steps. So when I do the mustache, I like telling my client to kind of bite his bottom lip a little bit. Just so when I make the line on top, it's more sharp and even. And after that, I start and I line up from the top of the lip. But I follow the lip shape to get that natural look. So when using the straight razor, make sure you're pulling the skin away from the blade. So when doing the C-cup with the razor, make sure you're only using the corner of the blade. To prevent from cutting your client, always make sure you're pulling on the skin and to also hold the blade at a 45-degree angle. When lining up the beard, I always tell my client to blow air into their cheek. And what this does is that it makes the skin tight. So all I do is just make the line straight, and when they let go, it gives it that nice curve. Always remember to cut the excess hair above the beard line. I'm gonna fast forward the process, but remember to always pull on the skin of the opposite way of the blade so you don't cut your client. always remember to shave and cut the hair on the back of their necks where the cape was. This is the final cut, guys. I brought my man back to life. Yes, sir. If you all found this video helpful, please don't forget to drop down a like and comment and subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time.